Hey, Clayton Bates here, one of YouTube's only authenticated Shopify experts. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a size chart for your Shopify website. It's going to be mobile friendly and it's going to be really easy to make. I actually spent some time making an AI prompt. If you just fill out a couple of things, put it into the AI, it's going to make a really good size chart for you. So let's jump into my computer and do that right now. All right, so when you're in your back end of your Shopify, you just want to go online store here and then down to pages. Now we want to create a size chart. So if we go on the top right and click add page, we just created a page. We're going to call it size chart and then we're going to make it visible. Now for some reason, if you want to keep it hidden, you can here as well. And then now what we're going to do is we're actually going to use a prompt that I made and put it into AI. So this is a prompt I made. Now, if you want the prompt, just go over to my free school community and you can download it there, or you can type it in yourself. So basically we have to fill out a couple of things here, and this is super important. I spent like about an hour going through making sure this was really, really good, so most people won't have any issues with this. If you do have an issue, go over to school and ask me in the comments and I'll make a video. So basically the first couple of things you have to do here is number one, it says header row with columns. So you just have to enter the headers that you need. So here's some examples: size, height, chest, waist, for example, and just make sure you put a hyphen under it and then keep this all centered and bold. Now, for some reason, if you want it left, you can put it left, no dramas, but I like to have it centered most of the time. The second one is very important as well. 6 size rows. So basically, if you want 10, you'd put 10 here, and then you just put the size here. So let's just say you want size 1, then 2, then 3. You just do that. But for this example, we're just going to go 1 to 2. The third one is important too. So measurements in centimeters or whatever you're using for your size chart. So inches or whatever you want here. This one is also really important. Mobile responsive design. I'm going to show you how important this is later as well in the video. Minimal style that works in Shopify. No external CSS. This is also really important. Without this line, you're going to have a lot of issues. It took me about 20-30 minutes to debunk this and actually write this prompt. So really important to put that one in there. Now, if you want a sentence above the size chart, this one here is really important. Include this note above the table and left aligned. So if you want it center aligned, you can put centered there. And then in these brackets here is actually what it says. So I just put an example like measurements and body measurements, for example. Now, this line is super important too. It took me a little bit of time to debunk the AI for this too. So don't add any background colors. This is example code. I still require borders. So this might not sound important, but trust me, this is important to actually add this. I require the default theme font that has been selected. This is also important because the AI was writing code that was actually putting certain fonts in there, and that will actually be different to your font. So super important that you put this line in here. So basically, you either write that yourself or go to the community, grab this and copy it like I just did. Then what you want to do is go over to AI. I personally really like DeepSeek. I think it's a lot better, but it's totally up to you. Now we're going to paste this prompt into the DeepSeek or the AI or chat or whatever you're using, and we're going to run it. Now, a great example, if you have a supplier that just sends you some screenshot for your size chart, what you also can do is change this prompt a little bit and just rewrite it to be like, hey, grab all the information from my screenshot, and you can actually upload it here. So see how there's a little upload here. So you upload your screenshot and then just change the prompt a little. And it's actually crazy in my mind that it's going to scan everything and actually rewrite all the code for you. All right, so the AI is now finished writing all the code. Now this might sound scary, that code and everything, but we're basically just copy pasting. So where it says HTML here, you click copy and then you go back to your theme. And then over here, it says show HTML in the right of the description. You click here and then you paste the code here. So I just pasted all the code here. Then we go back to show editor and see how we now have an AI size chart here. If we click save, we just saved our size chart. And if we click view, where it's actually going to open up our size chart now. So see how we have a size chart, but we also have an issue here. If we go to mobile, it's very responsive here. So see how it's all on the same screen as well. So normally, if it's not responsive, you'll have a scroller here. Now, if you have like 10 different subheadings here, you're going to have a scroller for sure. But this is basically trying to resize it to fit it all on one screen. Now, if you notice, we have this issue with the lines. So what we're going to do with the AI is we're going to go back to the AI and we're going to say, hey, there was no lines around our size chart, for example. Can you put lines around the size chart like this? And we're just going to run it and it's going to try to do it for us. Now, the funny thing is that when I did my prompt, I tested it 5 times and it worked 5 times. And then when I actually went to film this video, it didn't work. And that's the thing with AI sometimes, is that you can have the best prompt, you can have the best everything. I spent like at least an hour doing the prompt and it worked 5 times straight. And then the one time I did this video, it didn't. And I think it's actually better that it didn't, because now we're going to like sort of do a little test and see how it goes, debunk the code sort of thing. All right, so it's finished writing the code. So we're going to copy it again and we're going to go back here. We're going to open up the HTML. We're going to right click, select all, and we're going to delete it and then paste our new code in. So if we actually go back, it now has all lines around it. So if we save here and then we view, another great example, sometimes it doesn't straight away work. So let's just press save and then view again. All right, so now it's got the borders and everything around it. Now there's another little issue here again. This could be okay. So this looks like all the main like borders are darker and stuff like that, and these borders aren't. So what we could do now is, if we wanted to make them all the same, we could go back once again. Please make all the borders in the chart the same color, for example, right? I actually heard that the AI apparently saying please and thank you actually costs millions of dollars from people saying please and thank you, which is crazy in my mind sort of thing. We'll probably lose our manners eventually one day because we're not actually using them with AI. All right, so it's finished writing the code. We're going to copy it again. We're going to go back and we're going to delete it all again, paste it. We're going to go back. Look at that, save, and then we open it up here. Voila, we now have a size chart. Let's check it on mobile. It's very responsive on mobile. All done. You now have a size chart. Now, if you do want to use my prompt, if you go to my free school community, it's actually here in the classroom and you can download the prompt here and it will open it up. There's heaps of other really cool resources here. It basically teaches you how to do everything on Shopify, things like that, basically to get off the ground and start making sales. And also, like I always offer, if you want a free video review of your website, there'll be a link somewhere here or in the description where you can grab that, and I'll send you a free video going over tips and suggestions on how to improve your website. Until next time, thanks for watching. See you later.